All right, hello and welcome to a long overdue live stream. It has been what, 3 weeks since I last live stream, so let me get everything turned on here. Let's see, there we go. Yeah, welcome. If you're either watching this live or on the VOD, I appreciate both audiences. And yeah, it's been a couple weeks. I was going to try and come back last week, like the beginning of October, but just life's still happening, so. Finally got figured out this week, and hopefully I can continue on from here, especially with Football Manager 25 coming out, as well as Farming Simulator, well, also 25, I guess, coming out. And then, of course, Civilization 7 next year. So hopefully I'm back in the swing of things and can continue streaming all three of these games with new games coming on the horizon. But, of course, we'll be finishing up a few of our current games of the older versions, obviously FM24, Farming Sim 22, things like that. But yeah, newish time. I mean, a couple hours earlier. Hopefully, it makes it a little bit easier for me to, well, for people that are obviously not in the United States to watch a little bit earlier in their day, not completely in the middle of the night. Still pretty late for them, but that can't be helped. I do have a day job, so it's not like I can stream during the day. And then, of course, a day shift. Instead of Wednesdays for Farming Simulator, I'm going to be doing Tuesdays for Farming Simulator. So back-to-back days, Mondays and Tuesdays from now on. And that'll free up my Wednesdays and Thursdays for some other activities that I have going on, which is part of the reason why I had to stop streaming for a bit. But anyway, all that being said, I appreciate everybody's patience or whatever. I guess it's always a weird thing to say when gaming companies say, I appreciate your patience. And it's like, well, it's not like I had a choice. You know what I mean? So maybe I shouldn't say I appreciate your patience. Let's get back into this, though. We're playing some more Wolfsburg here. We're just having some fun. Just simming through the games just to see how good this team can actually be. We do have the Club World Championship coming up here later this year. And as of right now, we are by far the best team in Germany. Like, not even close to being anybody else challenging us at the moment. But how good are we in the world? That is probably the bigger question. So we'll keep going here. And I believe our next game coming up is, let's see, today. It's 7 days. So we got Stuttgart coming up here in a few days. Let me go ahead and just put on our tactical team here real quick. Just so, because I had a bunch of guys in there for rotation for the friendly that we just played, and I just want to put our main team back in there while we fast forward along here. Looking forward to FM25. We haven't seen anything about FM25, like at all. I mean, we know there's some stuff coming on the horizon. There's been no gameplay as far as I know. I saw they officially announced it a few days ago, but very, very little to none information, so it's definitely leaving some questions. I mean, I'll be playing it. I'll be getting the game. I'll be playing it for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But it is going to be interesting to see what they leave out permanently, but also what they leave out just because of time. Because I know they've spent a lot of time focusing on getting everything in the new engine. So that means some gameplay stuff that they do want to bring back has had to slip. Obviously, they brought in women's football/soccer. Personally, not interested, but I have nothing wrong. I mean, I don't mind that they brought it in. I'm just personally not interested. I have no. It's fine. You know what I mean? So I have no opinions, positive or negative, that it exists. So I know some people are upset that they brought in women's sports, which I don't know if I understand the upsettedness of bringing in women's sports, but I do again agree that to me it's kind of a non-issue. To be fair, there's a lot about this game that I've never played. I mean, you could say that they just brought in the African leagues or the Asian leagues, and I'm like, okay, I've never played those either. So honestly, there's a lot about this game that I've never even touched that, again, does not affect me one way, positive or negative, whether it exists in the game or not. Doesn't mean I'll never try out, I guess, the women's sports stuff. I still haven't really need to. I mean, there's no desire, no need to at the moment. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, my only concern about them bringing in the women's stuff is that I'm hoping that they didn't take away from what else they could have added to the game itself just because they brought that in. Now, if that was just an extra that, you know, I'm sure it took some time, but if it didn't take super significant amount of time, then I'm 100% okay with them bringing it in. I just don't want to lose other things because of it, because honestly, I don't think that many people are going to play it, if I had to be perfectly honest, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. I know that they keep stats of all the stuff that people play. That's part of the reason why some of the online stuff I think went away. Some of the versus stuff. I think there's there's a few things that went away that just nobody was playing, and we'll be interested to see how some of the new features that they're adding in, if those are actually going to be picked up quite regularly. But again, we don't even know what the game's going to look like. We have no idea about anything about the game at the moment. Obviously, the only thing we know about the game that is affirmed, which is guaranteed, is that it's been delayed until what, November 26th? That puts it 7 weeks from now. We also don't even know if there's gonna be an early access to the new game, like there usually is, like a beta period or anything like that. So we'll see. Lots of unknowns, but obviously Football Manager has been doing this for a couple decades now, right? So they, you would assume that they kind of know what they're doing to some degree. And even our unders squad is doing pretty good. And if you're wondering why I had to take some time off, it's just, quite frankly, that, I mean, this YouTube and Twitch are hobbies for me. This is purely just a hobby. I basically make no money off of YouTube and Twitch when it comes right down to it. And so it's like hobby money. Like I can buy some video games every once in a while with my money that I make off YouTube and Twitch. And so because it's hobby money, if life comes along and says, hey, I need you, then life gets first choice. And so therefore Twitch and YouTube have to take a back seat to things that go on in real life. That's just the state of it. Zavosky needs to sit out of here. We'll bring in, it would be Abe, right? But why is Abe's left back? Let me get my little depth chart out. Forget who actually, it's been so long since I played this particular save that I actually forget who is my primary guys on this side of things. It is Abe. So he's a left back, but I guess we'll bring Abe in there. Were we retraining Abe? Maybe we were retraining Abe on the right. Is that all it was? Do I currently have Abe being retrained? Abe's being retrained. Oh, that's right. We were playing around between Abe and Guilherme, maybe, was it? Or Yurtz? I think it was Yurtz. We were playing around between those two guys and trying to decide who we wanted to put where. No, maybe not. Who else do I have that I was thinking about bringing up there? I mean, we have trained Abe a little bit up there, but currently he's training as a wing back. And you are what? Which foot are you? You're left-footed. And we do play an inverted winger, so a left-footed person as an inverted winger wouldn't be bad. I actually don't remember who else we had available. I mean, Neto is the other person I have written down, but I think we sent him out on loan. Or put him down on the under squad. I actually don't know who else we would have that could play over there. Just Guilherme. We can move him up. And he is playing, okay, he's going to be the guy. I think I swapped those two. That's starting to make a little bit more sense. So, and then Abe comes back down as our wing back. Okay, let's try that. And we'll see if that actually does what I think it will do. And you are where, mister? You are right there. So we'll bring you to that spot. We'll just play Abe back as the wing back for now. We'll just do a direct swap there, and everybody else can kind of stay the same. Looks like Gustin is injured, so let's bring in Jorgensen in for Gustin. And then let's bring somebody in for you, just sitting on the bench here. Same thing for Paolini. Everybody else looks good. All right, let's go with that. See if we can get a decent result today. We lost our first game. No. I mean, we had 13 shots, 5 on target. They had 2 shots on target, both of them goals. Of course they did. Of course they did. But that's all right. Loses after 6 games undefeated. How good is Stuttgart? They're 14th. Okay, that was a trap game. We fell for the trap, and justifiably so, we lost. 6 days for the next game. No worries. Let's go ahead and continue on here. I mean, with training some new guys in some new spots, I'm not super concerned about a loss here and there. We already lost our chance at a perfect season a couple games ago anyway. Got Man City coming up. Thankfully, it is a home game for us. World Golden Ball winner. Perez was 3rd on that list. There's Abe right there as number 1 on this list. Of course, that was while he was not playing for us. Pereira wins Golden Glove. Well, congratulations, Pereira. Would have been nice for you to, like, I don't know, stop a goal in the last game. Only 2 shots on target, and neither one of them got stopped by you. That's not a good performance from our goalkeeper. Usually you see stuff like that. That is goalkeeper's fault more than defense's fault. We got 148 million pounds in the bank, or in the transfer budget, but we're not planning on spending any of that money. We're putting Abe, who we are actually putting as our number 1 left back. Again, if we're going to trade Guilherme up front up here, it would be Alfredo, and then probably Abe, or Abe in front of him. Let's add Abe to this list. I mean, it probably would start as Abe. If we get him, once we get him trained up a little bit, he is going to be pretty solid over here. Yeah, Neto's out on loan. No, I think okay with this. I think this is a good lineup change. We'll see how it plays out. I mean, once it's gonna take them a couple games, maybe a month or so, to get where they're solid in those spots. But I think once they do, we're gonna be just fine. I did not mean to do that. Obviously, we still have Alfredo back there, and Alfredo has been solid for us for quite some time. But we need another player. We need another good, strong player for over there. I mean, it could be Yurtskuven at some point. We'll see. I mean, he's young enough that he can definitely retrain to that spot pretty quickly, I think. All right, let me just set up this again. We're going to put Abe as our primary back here. Guilherme can stay on the bench there. Everybody else, I think, stays the same as they are, and we'll just resave this. All right, I'm happy with that. Farkas is good. Anybody here that needs to rest a little bit? I mean, Cars probably needs to rest. So we'll bring Elia in for you. 6 is okay. Perez is okay. Zavodsky just came back, but he should be all right. Farkas above average. We'll probably swap Farkas out. It would be Paolini coming in for you. Abe can stay, I believe. Yep, Blanco's good. Vergara is good. Natman's good. Of course, Broyar. All right, looks good. I think we're okay with these swaps. Do we want to just swap Farkas completely out and go ahead and just bring Fall in? I think we will. Just give Farkas a bit more rest. There we go. 2-0. Hans is picking up an assist. Vatsky picking up an assist and a goal. And Elia, of course, picking up a goal. I mean, Elia just a goal machine for us, obviously. 18-point goal differential. I mean, yeah, the one loss. It just shows how glaring that and unlikely that one loss is. 4 days until the next game. Let's give some guys some rest here. I don't know what it would take for me to... I've talked about this a few times before, but what it would take for me to even consider switching to doing YouTube and Twitch streaming as a full-time kind of gig. It would take a lot, unfortunately. It would take a lot. I mean, if I was by myself and whatever, I would definitely consider it a lot sooner, but with family and things like that, you know, they have expectations of, of me to some degree. My kids expect to have a house over their heads and food. So unfortunately, yeah, it would take a significant amount of followers and subscribers and all that kind of stuff in order to actually justify quitting my day job, which is unlikely to ever happen at this point. It's okay. It's still a fun hobby, and I'm okay with continuing it as a hobby for the foreseeable future. A tough game here against Man City. Yeah, definitely a challenging start to our Champions League run here. I think for this one game, we're going to bring Alfredo in. Other than that, everybody else should stay the same. We can go and bring some people onto the bench, though. We'll bring Jorgensen in. Fall can come in. And bring your Scuban in. Drew against them. All right. I mean, that's a fair result against an extremely good team. I believe we are the best team in Germany. Like, I don't think it's even close. I believe we are close to being the best team in the world once we reach our full potential. I think we have the best potential team in the world. Just a matter of getting to that potential, right? Bundesliga player development. We are third on this list. 20 players from our team are playing in the Bundesliga. How's Schumann coming along? Where is he? Right there. Trying to train him as defensive midfielder. He's working on it. He'll get there someday. All right, sit cars again. Perez and Zavatsky. We'll sit Perez this time for Horvat. Got Hansis. Farkas. We'll bring Hansis out for Paolini. Abe can stay. Natman can come out for Gustin. Yeah, that should be fine. Blanco and Vergara. Let's bring Vergara out for Johnson. All right, some good swaps there. And let's go. 2-0 there. 6 picking up a pair of goals. Good stuff on that. How did Abe play? 6.6. I mean, he's not playing like poorly. I mean, Gustin 6.2, obviously pretty bad. But we definitely want to see more out of him at some point, hopefully. He'll get there. I have faith that he will turn into quite a good player for us. Ooh, Micah. Where is Micah? He's on a loan, isn't he? Yeah. I mean, this is the guy that we kind of want to get rid of. But if he's going to be worth anything to us, we got to fix whatever his broken ankle is here. So that is fine. Still building a new stadium, aren't we? Yeah. A couple years. Yeah. So not the end of this season, but end of next season, we'll be moving into our brand new stadium. Unfortunately, we did not become a legend in time to get it named after us. Very sad. Anything else we can ask the board for? I mean, improve youth facilities, sure. Last form, why not? We got a little bit of money in the bank. And we got to play Tottenham as well. Playing all the good English teams. I say good. I don't know how good Tottenham is in this universe. In my other universe, Tottenham is very good. What was the reasoning for saying no? All right, fair enough. I am trying to sign players, you know, kind of for the first team. But I'm also trying to sign young players is really what I'm doing. So I guess whether our youth system is ready to go or not kind of doesn't matter based on my current signing philosophies. Let's bring Ostrich in for 6. Bring Zavatsky out for Guillerme. Hansis can come out again. Abe's okay. Natman's still a little bit high. Let's bring Gustin back in. And then Blanco and Vergara. We'll bring Vergara out for Johnson. And that is it. Beat them 3-0. Gustin picking up a goal. Guillerme picking up a goal. And Hans is picking up goals in that one. Very good stuff. 6 picking up an injury, unfortunately. Hopefully not too severe. Just a bruised ankle. We can handle that. Mine's coming out, and then FC Bayern is our next game after that in the league. I mean, I would not expect our youth setup to be on this list at all, just because we're not recruiting through our youth setup. When do we start the? Oh, it's not even on here. Well, didn't it say something about the German World or Club World Championship? Oh, it didn't start till like the summer of next year. Oh, so it is something coming up, just not this season. Got it. It's weird that it's showing it on that list already. Oh, Guillermo 6.0. That's not good. I have no idea who Osnabrück is, but second Bundesliga 2, we'll be playing them, so hopefully that's an easy game for us, although it could also be a trap game. We've run into those before. A game that we, by all intents and purposes, should win pretty easily, and then just fall flat for whatever crazy reason that Football Manager decides to throw at us. All right, a little bit of money for that. I like money. Money is very important for us. Keep us on the positive side of things here. Our club atmosphere is only good. I mean, there's no unhappy people, no issues. Just contrasting personalities, I guess. Oster comes in. Bring Guillermo back in as well. Marcus can sit for Paolini. All right, let's go with that. Try to keep the rotation going. Obviously, injuries are very, very painful to deal with. I think we're doing all right. I mean, look, literally everybody got a goal. Well, I say not literally everybody, but a lot of people got goals. Gustav Vergara, Johnson, Paolini, Hanses, Oster, Cars. That's funny. Goals around. Paris picking up 4 assists in that game. Yeah, we're pretty good. Only we can perform like that in all of our games. Hey, Bossy FM, how's it going? I appreciate the raid. Thank you. Like to go out on loan. I don't really want Jorgensen to go out on loan, though. Guess we'll just promise him some more playtime. Oh, thanks for the follow as well, Bossy FM. I really appreciate it. Obviously a bunch of people getting team of the week there, as you would expect. Let's see, we'll do that. That's all. No, we're not. Oh, no, this is fine. Yeah, we're going to end all that. It's okay. Tottenham coming up here in a day. Save's going all right. We're in garbage time of the save. We're in extra time as far as we've already achieved everything we want to achieve, and we're just biding time until FM25. So we're just kind of chilling. See how good this team will actually get. All right, we'll run with just our normal squad here since this is a slightly more important game. You know what? I will go ahead and bring Alfredo in for this one. Abe can get plenty of game time in other games. Drew again. Man, we are drawing against the Premier League pretty regularly at the moment. I mean, Premier League is the league to beat, I would imagine. So I guess draws against them does make some sense. This FC Bayern game away from home could be a little bit of a tough game for us. Here I'm training a little bit better this week, thankfully. I mean, it's good to see everybody training well. Abe, gotta figure it out. He's getting there. He's gonna get there. Same thing for your Scuban as well, though. He'll get there as well. Not too worried about those. Oh, working a few hours. Okay, have a good stream. Thank you. Yep. Glad. Thank you for the raid again, and hope you have a good night's rest before your work. Appreciate it. All right, let's you guys need to rotate, obviously. Ostrich comes in. We might just rotate both of our defensive midfielders here. Let's bring in Fall as well. App can come out for Gustin. I do want to bring in Jorgensen, though. We told him to get him some game time. So we'll bring him in for Vergara there. Everybody else should just about be able to stay. Let's just swap in a few guys in here just to... That all looks good. All right, cool. Let's go with that. It's going to be a tough game, obviously with this much rotation as well, but we'll be all right. Zavatsky, that is the worst I've seen Zavatsky play in a very long time. Had 0 shots on target with 9 shots. Now, how many times is that going to happen? All right, we got a little bit of a break here until the next game against Nuremberg. So let's go ahead and make sure we schedule us a friendly here. Any mini money mo. The guys as tired as they were. Not too surprising that we didn't play well against FC Bayern. Four to nothing. I mean, I could see them beating us for sure. I'm not surprised about the loss. Surprised about the 4-0 loss, I guess I would say. I'm surprised we didn't get anything. I mean, you can see from the XG that it was a little lopsided from where it should have been. Probably should have been like a 2-0 defeat, 1-0 defeat at most. That's all right. Best 50 players in the world. Actually surprised we have nobody on the first 10. There's Farkas. I wasn't sure if we had any of those guys at all. So Farkas is on there, of course. Osman. We know Osman. We've had him before. There's Natman, of course. Blanca, we got him. There's Al Kabari. Would love to have him back someday. Of course, Perez is on here. Yeah, quite a few. 4 guys in the top 50. Not too bad. I think we got a lot of guys that will be in the top 50 before they're done with their careers. All right, we gotta get Horvat some more game time. Time left. We got left on that. Oh, we've only got 4 days left. He's gonna be upset. It's not my fault you've been injured a few times actually along the way. Actually, I do want to rotate my squad here. I mean, Abe is really good. Just not currently in the position we're playing him in. We just got to get him there. Johnson wants to start more games. Not going to be easy to do both Johnson and Jorgensen, but we'll make it work. Schumann is now in a position to begin full training following pulled knee ligament. All right, good to have him back. He actually might be a pretty strong player for us long term if we can get him trained up in the defensive midfield role. All right, come on, Horvat. Don't be grumpy. All right, I was going to say, we've got a pretty good relationship. You've been around for a while. Just my defense, I forgot. Okay? Legitimately just forgot. I'll definitely give you some more game time. Horvath, Johnson, and Jorgensen all need game time. Ooh, Cars is out. All right, that's okay. We got Elliott as our backup. That's okay. Okay, I should say. Elliott, obviously a very strong backup. Still a very, very young squad overall. I mean, is Perez at 28 our oldest player? Broyar is 26. And the team as a whole is not super happy right now. Farkas is 27, so he's the next closest. What is the most unhappy part? Wants to start more games, unhappy with the amount of playing time. Okay, yeah, so it's just, we get these guys happy and then everybody else is going to be fine. All right, Elliot comes in for cars. Horvat comes in for Perez. Do we care about footing here? You're right-footed, and Jorgensen, you are right-footed as well, so it doesn't really matter. So we'll just bring in Johnson for Blanco and Jorgensen for Vergara. I think pretty much everybody else stays the same. Actually, Netman's a little bit tired. We'll bring Gustin for Netman then. Everybody else stays the same. Let's bring in Fall here. Vergara back there. All right, looks good. Get our guys some playtime where they're grumpy right now and hopefully get them happy again. 6-0. Horvat. Well, you know what, Horvat? If you want to prove to me that you deserve to be a starter, that is a way to do it. Getting a hat trick in a game where you're like, hey, I'm not getting enough playtime. Well, yeah, that is true. But Perez is also a top player in the world, so it's really hard to play both of you guys. But good job. I don't even know where this next team is from. I mean, it does say Warsaw. I don't know. I'm assuming Poland. Poland. Well, there we go. Apparently, I do know where they're from. It was a good guess, though. Educated guess. I mean, we got a better than 50% chance of beating these guys. How did we not find you before? 22-year-old player this good? German? How did we miss you coming up through the ranks here? Yeah, I don't remember this guy at all. Surely I would have seen this guy before. All right. Why is everything jumbled up? It's strange. Okay, yeah, now it's working. So Carr is obviously still a little bit injured, so we'll bring in Elia for you. We still want to bring in Horvat for Perez. We still want to bring in the J twins for back here. Hey, Abe up to 1.5 gray stars. He's getting there. I think everybody else probably okay. Bring in Paolini for Farkas. Everybody else looks good. We can bring some guys onto the bench though. Let's bring in Vergara. We'll bring in Fall. And we'll bring in Yurtskubin. How often do I stream FM content? Mondays. I stream FM content on Mondays. So I took a little bit of a break. This is my first stream back in 3 weeks. But yeah, historically, I just stream every Monday. It's Football Manager time. 3 to 4 weeks for 6. That is unfortunate. But thankfully, we got Ozturk sitting behind him, ready to jump in at a moment's notice. Oh, Nabin also out. That is not great. But we'll be all right. 3 days. Let's give the guys some rest. Yep, no problem, Renee. You're very welcome. We had a 4.29 XG and only got 2 goals. It's funny when you get FM'd and win. A bad feeling about this Borussia Mönchengladbach game. I feel like it could be a little bit of a trap if we're not careful. We drop down to 5th here, but it's kind of irrelevant. As long as we're in the top 8, that's all that really matters. Let's bring you into that spot. I do still need to play the twins. Just to make sure they get plenty of game time. All right, let's go with that. I hate the fact that we gave them 2 goals, but I guess one of them was apparently an own goal from our goalkeeper. 4-2 victory, though. Not too bad. Pair of goals from Zavatsky, goal from Paolini, and a goal from Ozturk in that one. Good stuff. Hey, Abe's up to an orange dot here. He's getting there. Or you're scooving without getting game time. He's going to take him a bit longer. Yeah, we'll rest hands this. That's fine. Just resting for the next match. That should be all right. How is Hoffenheim number 2 in the league right now? This league looks crazy. Borussia Dortmund down in 9th. Man, the league is turned upside down. And with Borussia Dortmund and Benfica coming up in the next couple games, we do need to do some pretty heavy rotation in this next game. I don't know that I want to go straight to my under squad necessarily, but enough rotation that we can rest a few people. Good night, LMAO. Glad you could join for a bit. Get complete rest from matches. Yes, we will do that, my friend. Hey, 2 gray stars. Good job, Abe. Keep up the good work. Okay. I think that all looks good. Should be a really easy game for us. In theory. Playing FN23 now with a Belgian team. Oh, I've never played a Belgian team, I don't think. No, I haven't. Might be fun to try out sometime. I haven't figured out quite what I'm going to do in FM25. Like what my story is going to be. I enjoyed doing the whole lock myself into a single formation and just get good at it. That was actually kind of interesting and fun. So I might do that again. I don't know if I might have another twist on it though. I don't know. I've got to think about it for a little bit. I also like sticking with a single team for like extended periods of time. It's always fun as well. So I assume Hansis is happy that we got him. Yes, we succeeded in that. Oh, Broyar is injured. This is going to make this a tough game for us. I'm not sure if I'll swap both of you guys in for this particular game. I don't know. I don't think we will. I'm also going to play Alfredo today. All right, we'll go with that. Leosin, I mean, that's our weakest length. That's probably the reason why I don't want to swap both defensive guys in, because I've already got Gustin in here. Yeah, we'll go with this. Hopefully, we can protect our goalkeeper in this one. I wouldn't be too surprised if we lose this one, though, and if we do, I'm going to chalk it up to the goalkeeper being out. We did not lose. We didn't even give them we gave them one shot. That was it. On target, that is. Alfredo picking up an assist and a goal. Hans is picking up an assist and a goal. Ostrich picking up a goal. Very nice. Had nothing to worry about. Borussia Dortmund who? All right, that all looks good. Might have our goalkeeper back for this next game, though, so that'll be good. All right, and hit is Benfica. Hamburger. Should be another straightforward game for us. We might actually win the German Cup again this year if we're going to have a relatively easy run of games. And we've won the Bundesliga 4 years in a row. I think we skipped one in the German Cup, right? Yeah, we skipped it last season, but we've won it 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the last 6 seasons. So, obviously pretty dominant there. You start going on a run in the Champions League. That's the one I want to win back-to-back seasons of. We're actually not favorites to win this one. Benfica is. Oh, I forgot they had Bushy on their team. How much did we sell Bushy for? Oh, it was last season? 68 mil. Sold it for a good chunk of money. We'll find out how much that comes back to haunt me. All right, 6 still injured. We'll bring Osterk in. Natman's still injured. Gustin comes in. Pereira is back, though. We'll bring in Alfredo for Abe. I think everybody else stays the same. They did beat us. All right. We had 22 shots and could only get 1 goal out of it. Wow. I'm assuming their goalkeeper had like an insane game. 10 shots on target. Yeah, I mean, it would not surprise me if their goalkeeper was player of the match here. Best player on the field was their goalkeeper. Oh, love to see it. Love to see it. I mean, I'd have to count this up. The number of times I've played a game where the best player on the field was the opposing goalkeeper. It's just insane. Why can't our goalkeeper be as good as everybody else's goalkeepers? Probably because to look that good, you got to have a team that gets a lot of shots against you. And we tend to have teams that don't get a lot of shots. And so we're able to restrict them to few shots. And then they get 2 of their 3 shots on target past our goalkeeper. And it makes our goalkeeper look bad. I don't think it's going to... we got 2 more games, right? So we should still be fine in the top 8, I think. Young boys, I'm not worried about. Monaco should be fine, but we'll find out. I think we'll escape in the top 8. I don't think I need to worry about it too much. And truth be told, anything that happens otherwise is not really relevant. Whether we're number 1 or number 8, it really doesn't matter. Just proves that we're not quite the best team in the world yet. We're best team in Germany by far, but just not quite the best team in the world. Although, I mean, come on. Oh, goodness. Football Manager, please be less obvious about your cheating. You think Gerdes will be better than Zavatsky? That's a bold statement for somebody who's just barely begun. All right, we'll give you some game time, buddy. See what you can do. Abe up to a 9.2 on training. Good job, buddy. He'll be a star left back in no time. Why am I not managing my team in the matches? Because we've already done everything that we want to do. We've already won the Champions League and the Bundesliga many times. So at this point, we're just trying to see how good the team will be before FM25 comes out. So I'm just simming through these seasons as quickly as possible to get seasons in. If I played the games, then I would only get one more season in before FM25 comes out, and I want to get multiple seasons out. So we basically already completed the run, but instead of quitting with FM25 around the corner, I decided to continue and see how good the team will get. All right. Okay, obviously 6 still injured. Goodness. Come back, buddy. Come back. Horvat needs to come in. Let's bring in Fall for Farkas. Ape can stay in. Natman. Oh, Gustin's also injured. I guess we'll give Jorgensen coming on the right-hand side today. Broyar can swap out for Johnson. Everybody else looks okay. So you're going to sit there, and we'll put you there. Do I have a complete playlist with a save? Yes, I do. If you look on, it's on the channel. This save was entirely live streamed, so all of the live streams should be in a playlist on the YouTube channel. We actually started the save in Turkey, so you get to start. You can either start there or obviously skip ahead to where we started in Germany. But yeah, we started in Fethiyaspor in Turkey, took them to the Super League, then went to Trabzonspor, stayed with them for a while, brought in some of the best players in the world. We literally brought in some of the best players in the world. Unfortunately, because we're Turkey, we could not keep the best players in the world because that's just the way it works in Turkey. And so then we had to leave because I was tired of having all of my amazing wonder kids leave us. And so that's when we went to Germany and have been here ever since. Is there a setup video to your runs, like how you add 100K players and such? No. I probably just Googled somebody else's how to set up with 100K players. And actually, do we have 100K? How many do we actually have? We have 295,000 players. So we have literally, when I started the save, I had every single league in Europe loaded. Literally every single league in Europe loaded. Since then, I've obviously added in like China, Colombia, places like that. So. I actually started the save unemployed, which is why I had every single team in Europe loaded, because I was like, whoever will hire me first, that's where I'll go. And it just happened to be Turkey. So, but I was completely unemployed at the very beginning. And the real, I guess, kicker of the entire save has been that I am forced to use a 442. So we have used the exact same formation the entire save. No pivoting whatsoever. Because I've never used a 442 before. I just never played it. It's always like the default formation, if you will. But I always, anytime I play an FM save over the last, I don't know, 8 or 9 years that I've been playing this. I mean, I've not been playing it quite as long as some people, but I've been playing it for about 8 years, I think, 8 or 9. I've always just pivoted away from the 442. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to make myself play the 442. So that's been the entire premise of the save. Journeyman, starting with no job, and then only playing 442 the entire time. So we got SC Freiburg coming up here in 5 days. And Hoffenheim, who's currently 2 still, right? No, they're down to 3. Still a very good team overall. Oh, we dropped out of the top 8. That's all right. If we win our next couple games, we'll be back in the top 8 pretty easily, I think. And even if we don't end up in the top 8, we'll still make the playoffs, and that's just one extra game we got to play, I guess, or 2. I guess there's probably 2 legs. I noticed earlier that the board and the fans are not happy with us. Why? I mean, yeah, we lost to FC Bayern, but it's FC Bayern. Oh, they don't like the fact that we're not finding players based in Germany. Okay, fair. Still, I mean, well, it feels like I guess they're holding to me to my own standards. I guess compared to my own standards of being the #1 team in Germany for 4 years running, I guess we are struggling a little bit in that regard, maybe? I don't know. Hey, Natman's back. Oh, Farkas is injured. That's right. We have Fall, who needs some game time anyway. And we got the Christmas break coming up, so hopefully most of our players come back after that. I'm enjoying this save, but I'm definitely ready for FM25. Like, I'm ready to start a new one. At least as far as this save is concerned. My other save, my other YouTube save, I'm not quite ready to be done yet. We're still got a few things to accomplish in that one, hopefully. We've done well, but it has been tough going lately. All right, let's get to this game. Hopefully this is not a trap game away from home against the number 18. Let's go into the Christmas break on a high note, please. All right, let's go with that. Should be a team that's good enough to win this. I will say that's a win. Pair goes from Paolini, go from Perez, go from Elia, and of course the go from Cars. Good way to get into the Christmas break here. Good job, Cars. You actually have been on a bit of a drought, haven't you? All right, next game is not for another 21 days. Do we want to put any friendlies on here? We'll put one on here, I guess. I don't know. Have we played Victoria? I don't think we've played Victoria before. New victim to add to the list. What are your thoughts about the lack of info on FM25? They haven't showed us much of anything about the game. I would say anybody that is nervous about the lack of info from FM25 has justification to be nervous. That's probably the best way to say that. I mean, like, the guys that make Football Manager have been doing it for a long time. So we obviously know that they're pretty good at it. But obviously, brand new engine. Huge overhaul on the UI. I mean, lots of things being removed. A couple things being added that some people just don't even care about. I don't know. Nervous. I think nervous is a good descriptor. I'm probably slightly on the more optimistic side, but probably still a little bit like, okay, I have no idea what's going to happen here. I'm still going to get the game. There's nothing that has been revealed, or not revealed, I should say, that's going to tell me that I should not get the game. I'm absolutely getting the game. That's for sure. Let's go back to Turkey for our training. Why not? So that's a given. That is a... Now, I have no problem personally pre-ordering the game because I'm obviously going to play it. But be nice to see a beta. I mean, the fact that there's been no beta announced is kind of interesting and peculiar. I will say this. I'm a computer programmer as well. So I understand the challenges that go into just software development in general. And my company is working on a big overhaul of our user interface as well. And when you've been stuck on a user interface for 10, 15, 20 years, whatever, changing everything about it and changing the engine behind it is not a small undertaking. And the idea of doing that, I mean, I guess they probably started it more than a year ago, right? You would assume that they started working on this version, FM25, before FM24 was ever out, right? That has to have happened. Because it's too big of an undertaking to get done in a year. We'll see. I'm personally not bothered by the fact that they've removed some features from FM25 so that they can make the base part of FM25 better and then build on that every year from there. I think that's okay. I'm okay with that kind of mindset. I mean, maybe the best way to look at it would be, I don't know, a game like, Civilization. It's about to come out, right? Civ 7 is probably not going to be as good as Civ 6 with 3 DLCs on top of it, 3 or 4 DLCs on top of it. Because it's just a brand new game. But once you've got a couple DLCs on top of it, a couple iterations on top of it, it becomes a better game. Football Manager is similar, because even though it's considered a new game every year, they're basically just taking the engine from last year, changing all the players around and adding a couple features. So this is basically FM 20 or 18 or whatever it was the last time they did an overhaul with a few enhancements across the way. So obviously FM 25 is going to feel like it's missing stuff because it's a brand new cycle, if you will, or a brand new iteration of everything. So it's going to be the base level, and then FM 26 is going to be a little bit better, and the FM 27 is going to be a little bit better. So that all makes sense. Does Elliot really not have a contract right now? He's got a contract. It expires 1.5 years from now. I think we're okay with that. Same for this guy. Yeah. Okay, we're good with all those. I've pre-purchased the game the last many years, but at the moment I'm very nervous. For the first time, I wait to see some gameplay, but in the end, I might end up buying the game. I actually ordered a brand new PC today, so I'm ready for the future FM farming. Yes. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good stuff coming out. A lot of new games coming out, and probably a good time, you know, to buy a new PC to get ready for the new iteration. I have a problem. I downloaded WonderKid database mod, and now I've got some duplicate WonderKids, and I don't have in-game editor. I don't have in-game editor either. Actually, I've never used the in-game editor. Never really felt like I had a need to. I get the people that do it though. I mean, it makes sense, but I just don't. I don't think we care about this guy at all. So you can go wherever you want to go. How do you remove them? I have no idea. I've never... The last time I used a database mod was FM 19, maybe? And I used a mod that allowed me to bring in the English lower leagues, right? Down to like tier, what, 9, 10 or something like that? I think it was tier 10. That's the only time I've ever used a database mod. I don't think we care about this guy either. You can kind of go wherever you want to go as well. I guess I should have pushed FM 25 a year so they had a better chance to test the game. Perhaps, but I mean, we'll find out. I mean, come December, you know, let's give it a week or so after FM 25 does come out, you know, figure the day that FM 25 comes out, there's going to be some bugs. Brand new, you know, engine, everything like that. There's gonna be some bugs. So let's give them a couple weeks. If it's not in a playable, fun, awesome state by Christmas, then I would say, yeah, you're probably right. Maybe they should have waited a year. But if it is, if somehow they've got put together, it looks great. They've ironed out any bugs that there are, and we've got a perfectly playable game by December, by Christmas. Sure, I think we're gonna be fine. Use the database mod for real name fix. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's good. Go away, dude. I don't care about you, my friend. Transfer window. I mean, I don't think we're doing anything in the transfer window. I don't think we have any reason to do anything in the transfer window. Yeah, I mean, we're just chilling. We're chilling on all of our money. I mean, the only reason I'm going to say no to this is because I don't want to have to pay part of his wages. That seems like, do better. Pay some of his wages, please. You're getting him for free. I don't think, I don't think the new game will be bug free. I mean, there's a big difference between bug free and playable. Like, some bugs are going to happen. That's inevitable, and you know, whatever. And when you get bugs, you have to triage them. You fix the ones that are obviously breaking the game, and you leave the ones that are annoying but not really that big of a deal. So yeah, bug free. I agree. It's not going to be bug free this year, but playable by Christmas. Like, as in, I can play through an entire save, and I don't have to worry about the fact that the save is going to have any issues. That would be good. A Like, for example, I know there was a big bug. I never saw it personally, but there was a big bug with some of the graphics in this version, I think, of FM. Was it this year or last year? I know that Lelujo had some issues where it would like show artifacting in game, and they could never figure out what was causing that. Stuff like that's weird and really hard to debug. But obviously, brand new engine, you would expect that will be significantly less likely. Or if it is likely, it'll reveal itself differently. Perez, 39 appearances, 14 goals, 20 assists. Congratulations, Player of the Year, Perez. So we got Neto back. Let's see where he fits in our lineup. The worst bugs will take a little bit longer than usual to fix. Maybe. The one good thing about using a brand new engine is that even though you've got less total QA time, because you basically have the QA time from whenever you got the new engine finished to now, versus FM24, in a way they've been QA testing this engine the FM24 is on for years, right? So there is that. But the good news about a brand new engine is that, and a good kind of back end, is that you have a lot less spaghetti garbage code that has built up over 10 years or whatever. So presumably if you've got better written code, because you've had an opportunity to rewrite the code in a better way to begin with, then it's a lot easier to debug stuff like that than it would be when you have garbage spaghetti code that's built up over years and years and years. I think Fall could become a top player, huh? I would agree. He does look like he has the potential to be a very, very good player. Abe also has the potential to be an extremely good player. I mean, I'll say right winger just because, but not really looking for anybody right now. Now, the other flip side of way to look at the bug situation is that with old code, you often know exactly what's wrong because you're very familiar with the technologies used for the old code, right? I work on software right now that has code that's been in there for 15, 20 years. I know the code, and I've been working for my company for 12 years. So I know the code very, very well. And I know how to, like, I can already think of the line of code that needs to be fixed before I even look at the code half the time. The problem is that because it's spaghetti code, it means that if I fix the one issue that I know how to fix very quickly, I might break something else over here that technically has nothing to do with what I fixed, but because of all the spaghettiness, it breaks something else that you weren't expecting. When you have brand new code across the board, it might take me a little bit longer to find what to fix because I'm less familiar with the code and less familiar with the technology because I've only been using it for 6 months, a year. But once I find it and can fix it, I'm less likely to break something else as well because there's less, like I said, spaghetti. So there's pros and cons of having old code and new code and things like that that you have to consider. So, but yeah, familiarity with the technology is going to be probably their biggest challenge right off the bat. How many of their guys have never used, what did they move? They moved to the Unreal Engine? Is it the Unreal Engine that they're using? I forget. Whichever engine they decided to use. I mean, there might be a big chunk of their team that had to train up on that. They've never touched it before, So it's kind of one of those things. Why do I care about this guy? I don't care about this guy. Why am I being asked to talk about this guy? Isn't he on my younger? He's in my via. Let the Wolfsburg 2 guys deal with it. I don't need to deal with this. Somebody else deal with that. Don't bother me with silliness. So it's just a loan. I do probably need to get Yurtskuven out on loan, to be fair. Let me... Did I have him set up for loan before? I really didn't, but I probably should. Oh, the only reason to keep him would be if he's going to be homegrown at club soon. Which, he will be homegrown at Germany soon, but not at club. So as long as he's going to a German club, which he is, we actually probably can't approve this loan. Yeah, I think we're okay with this. He'll stay in Germany. He'll get his German eligibility, and that will be good for us in the long run. Unity, thank you. Unity. I knew it was a U. I was like, there's a U, and Unreal did not sound right. I was like, Unity, thank you. I have not touched Unity in a very long time. I should not say, but I used Unity, like a very, very early version of Unity, more than a decade ago, and I have not touched it since. So if somebody wanted me to go code in Unity today, I would have to go learn a lot, quite frankly. I actually wrote my own video game engine once, just for fun, which is a really silly statement to say. Writing game engines should not be a fun thing. But, you know, I wrote my own. It was just a 2D game engine, to be fair. So it wasn't like 3D or anything crazy like that. But, you know, simple 2D game engine. It was just to understand what it takes to actually write a game engine. I thought it was pretty cool. No, none of my guys are for sale. We are keeping everybody. The only guys we might sell off would be maybe Alfredo. Somebody came in for him. That's about it. No, Micah doesn't get to come back, ever. He's gone forever. What, we get some money from this deal? A whole 18,000 bucks. Look at there. I don't think anybody matches our very strict requirements for joining the team. Exactly what you want to see. A guy who's being retrained in a brand new position. He's training better than anybody else in the team. That's awesome. I think once he gets trained up back here, he's going to be really good. We just run our number squad today. Just number 3 team in the league. Let's go out there and play our better squad here. Only beat him by a goal. 33 shots. Oh my goodness. 12 on target and only 2 goals. It's craziness. 67% possession. Like, you look at these stats versus these stats, and then you're like, how in the world did we only win by 1 goal? That makes no sense. 3.9 XG. Thank you, Football Manager. Thank you. Yeah, as long as you're staying in Germany, I'm okay with this. Go get some game time. Get better. I mean, none of these guys really jump out at me as players that I want to go crazy on. Yeah, I think we're fine with the team we got for now. Fine with saving some money. Yeah. Go wherever you want to go, my friend. We do not need you for anything. $6:47 my time. Got about another hour and 13 minutes. We should be able to get maybe about 2/3 of the way through this season. Both Abe and Alfredo hurt right as we get rid of your Scuven. Well, that's just great. We don't have a left back at the moment. Hopefully Abe comes back all right. I think Napkin can play left if we need him to. Also, I guess Guillermo could play over there if we absolutely needed him to as well. Hopefully, I don't know what I was going to say, actually. My brain just shut off. You need a good, solid goalkeeper. That's what I need. I mean, I like Pereira. He's going to get a little bit better over time. Still very young. 20 aerial reach is pretty awesome. 19 one-on-ones. That's pretty good, I would say. But we need somebody who can sit behind him that, you know, maybe somebody slip into that slot, and Leosin is definitely not the guy. So I need to bring Fall in here from time to time. All right, Abe is back, ready to go. Got to give both Johnson and Jorgensen some game time still. Everybody else looks okay. Alfredo can sit out, though, we'll just bring Vergara in. All right, let's go with that. Do nothing. I mean, not the most amazing victory over a team that's ranked 17th in the league, but it got 24 shots, 9 on target, 2 goals. Ooh, Fall. Fall has fallen. All right, got Young Boys in 3 days. Should be a pretty easy bounce back game for us in the Champions League. Let me go ahead and just register Neto in the Bundesliga. All right, that looks all good there. We have a better than 50% chance of beating these guys. Hopefully that is exactly how it ends up. We kind of need the victory just to secure our playoff spot, I believe. We got 40 days to get all these guys happy. I'm gonna bring cars out of there. Just kind of give him a little bit of rest. We'll still bring Horvat in. Fall's injured, so we don't have to worry about him. I think we'll just bring in just Johnson here. Okay, I'm good with all the rest. Alfredo needs to sit, though. We'll bring Jorgensen in for you. Oh, and we can bring in a couple more players on the bench. Okay. That all looks good. Yeah, I would say that's the dominating victory we were expecting. Paolini picking up a goal, 6. Kansas, Zavadsky, Abe, and Vergara all picking up goals. Good goals all around. That does secure us the playoff spot. Good stuff. What? What do you mean we're lacking sufficient quality squad depth? In what spot? Okay. Yeah, we're focusing on the next generation. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing with me. I mean, how much squad depth do you actually want? Yeah, we can register 99 players for the Bundesliga. We've got currently 56. Granted, most of these guys are not that great. But for the Champions League specifically, we can only register 25, and we're at 23. So, and part of that's because 3 of these guys don't have to be registered. So, we actually have 26 players total. Like, what more do they want? Maybe they're just grumpy because they've not seen any transfers come in. The January transfer window here. I mean, how many transfers do we bring in total this year? Not that many, right? 3? Yeah. And these guys are not even here anymore. They're out on loan, aren't they? Yep. Honestly, getting some of these sell-on clauses for guys we don't really care about, probably okay. Money today better than possible money tomorrow. Guess we should take another look at our team, just make sure we have the right guys starting in all the right places. Hands is out. Fall's still injured, so Paolini comes in for you. Broyar can sit out for Jorgensen. Everybody else looks all right. Let's go. Seven nothing. Well, of course. Hat trick from Perez off the bench. Oh no, I'm sorry. We didn't swap Perez this time. That's right. We left him out as a starter. Ostrich picking up a pair and Abe picking up a goal. The fact that Abe's picking up goals from back there on the defensive left side is pretty awesome. Very good game for us. We're up to a 51-point goal differential. Oh, goodness. Being dominant in the Bundesliga is almost starting to get boring. Can we please spread some of that dominance over to the Champions League side of things? I mean, we do have the highest goal differential in the Champions League at the moment, but still not quite as good as I would like to see us to be. And obviously, it doesn't matter what the league part is. We need to get the actual playoff part solved. I mean, it's only 325 pounds per week. I don't like having to pay for somebody to leave me, but that's fine. At that point, we're counting pennies. I actually think this AS Monaco game is going to be a bit tough for us. I don't know. I have a feeling. It is a home game for us, though, so hopefully that gives us a little bit of an edge. I mean, Abe is such a good player if we were playing in the position that he would technically be good at, but we've already got two world-class players on that spot, so that's the reason we're retraining him. He's going to get there. I believe he will. I believe he will. He's too good of a player not to figure it out, I guess is my point. Wow, we actually have a better than 50% chance to beat these guys. That's surprising. Isn't AS Monaco third? Second right now. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get it. They're not PSG, but still, I would think we'd have a less of a chance of beating them. Looking forward to seeing the club's hot prospects in goal to make progress towards the first team. Huh. Okay, well, to be fair, I do kind of agree with you. I just said it earlier that we were lacking in that position, so okay. Well, that's fair. I don't know how to like make him happy in that regard. There's just not a lot of amazing players out there right now to pick from. Yeah, I don't know. Gonna play our number 1 squad here. And we'll go ahead and bring Alfredo in for Abe. Everything else should stay the same. Okay. I guess that's what it means when it says a better than 55% chance of, or 56% chance of beating these guys. 7-1. And the only goal they got was an own goal from us. Love it. Oh, Farkas is injured. No, and it's a red injury. No, that's not good. Thankfully, we do have some really good defensive midfielders. But still, Farkas is our boy. We don't want him to be injured. Okay, that's not bad. 1 to 3 days. All right, so we did end number 5. That's not a bad spot. I'm happy with that. 22-point goal differential compared to everybody else. The next closest was 16. So yeah, we're looking pretty dominant, even if we did let a couple games pass us. Did we lose any, or did we just draw? We drew Tottenham, we drew Man City, and we drew... Oh no, sorry, we lost against Benfica. That's right. That's right. I hate that 6 is grumpy. Like, everything's going good. Like, stop. Like, don't be grumpy, my friend. Like, we're doing well. Let's open up an explicit focus for goalkeepers, I guess. I'm going to lower my standards a little bit. Make this ongoing for now. Honestly, I don't care about the age. Let's just see if we can get somebody in here. Maybe that'll make them happy. Actually, do we have anybody on our younger squads? I forgot about that. Best goalkeeper here is not that great. We got Kuznetsov. Could be good someday. Like, good enough, I guess, is what I mean. Maybe not good, just like good enough. Could bring him on, like, to the senior squad, just give him a couple games here and there. I don't know. I just don't know how seriously to take this, because it is a very hard one to account for. Move him to the senior squad. We're going to give him some time. We're going to see if we can get him some game time. See if that'll make them happy. If 6 is not happy, that's going to mess up our entire season. And he's unhappy for a really ridiculous reason, in my opinion. But not much we can do about it. Natman, I mean, I would love to get you a new contract, honestly. You've got 3 years left on your current contract, my friend. All right, we'll talk about it at the end of the season. I think we got to find somebody better than Kuznetsov, though, long term. Don't think he's really a backup goalkeeper for the future for us. Tall is he? He is not seeing it there. 6 foot. 6 inches shorter than Pereira. All right, let's get Cars out of there. Bring Elliott in. Let's bring Horvat in. We will bring Fall in if he's back from his injury for Farkas. Both Johnson and Jorgensen can play in this game. And we'll bring in Kuznetsov. I mean, our defense needs to help him out here, obviously, but hopefully that's exactly what they're going to do. I mean, the reason I'm bringing him in here is because we're playing against the theoretically worst team in the league, but... Okay, good. I was like, please don't. 7.4 from the kid. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Hopefully we'll make 6 happy at some point as he sees youngster getting some good game time here. I don't know that we play him in the next game. Well, they're ranked 16th. Right? Yeah. We probably can get by with playing him in the cup game. Problem is, I don't know exactly how to solve that. It's not like, hey, I need you to play me X number of times in the next 60 days. It's an arbitrary, I just need to see better improvement in goal, backups in goal or whatever. It's like, how do you solve that? There's no tangible way to solve that. Wow. There's some teams that spent big this transfer window that you wouldn't normally expect to spend that big. The MLS spent the most. That's a little surprising. Care about you? I mean, not that much. Yeah, go be free. This guy we actually probably want to keep around. He might turn into something worth sticking on the bench somewhere someday. I think we can get more money for this guy as well someday. They really want him. So number 4 on this list, still pretty far behind this top 3. All right. Obviously, new contract. We'll get there. Again, I just no idea how to solve that one. Do they have a time limit on it by any chance? 98. Like, okay, we're trying. We'll do the best we can. Let's play our best squad other than Ingo for this one. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Seven nothing, and he got a 7.8. So yeah, he's obviously good enough when he's got support around him. That's for sure. Five calls from cars. Oh goodness. And an assist. Wow. That's a lot of goals. Zavodsky as a winger is our second most prolific goal scorer right now. 6 has 28 goal contributions total. That's insane as well. Previous record held by Zavatsky, actually, who scored 4. That's impressive that we've got the last 2 records for that. I'm actually impressed at how well that kid's been playing as a goalkeeper for us, though. Yeah, he's got some really good support. Oh, he's already up to a light green. That is what we want to see. Keep it up, Abe. Keep it up. But no, yeah, that kid and go. He's maybe he's gonna end up being better than we expect. I don't know though. This Pereira is so good. I don't see him getting that good. But he's only 16. He's got a lot of development ahead of him. SV Werder Bremen. All right, should be another pretty easy game. Looks like we're not going to get really truly challenged until the final game. Who's in the other lineup? FC Bayern. Bayer Leverkusen. Okay, that should be FC. So it should be us versus FC Bayern in the final of the German Cup. Okay, well we know we can beat FC Bayern even if they did beat us the last time we saw them. I'm going to bring in Gearman here. All right, let's bring Farkas out. We are going to bring Fall in for Farkas. Hey, Abe is up to 2.5 actual yellow stars, finally. That is good. Bring Natman out here. Broyar I can swap out for Johnson. Right, everything else looks good. Let's go. Five nothing. Elliott and 6 picking up pairs of goals each, and Gustin picking up a goal in this one. All right, 8 days to the next game should be good. We're up by 11 points. They have a goal in hand, or game in hand, I should say. So they could get within what 8 points of us. I was going to recheck our lineup. Let me do that real quick. I usually like to check it at the halfway mark of the season, right after the January transfer window, just to make sure we're playing all the right players in all the right spots. All right. Well, obviously in goal we got Pereira. I mean, honestly, our backup at this point, we might just move Kuznetsov into that backup role officially. I don't know. We'll play around with that. Or we might just keep him there until we make 6 happy, and then we'll go from there. I'm not really going to worry about it too much more than that. On the left-hand side, though, he's saying Guillermo. I'm disagreeing. Of course. Obviously not Natman as well. So we're going to bring in, from our midfielders, we're bringing Abe in here. Abe actually has the potential to be better than Alfredo. I'm very much okay with him taking that top spot. Officially, which he has been, but just kind of making sure we accept that. On the right side, we got Natman. We don't need Vergara here. Gustin can be there. Guillermo, no. Jorgensen, no. Chicho, and no. So yeah, Natman and Gustin in that order. Defensive spots. I mean, Farkas would be very good there, yes, but we've already got a spot for him. Jorgensen, Chicho. Chicho would be good, honestly, someday. I think if Jorgensen gets a little bit better, we might place him above one of these guys up here. But for now, Blanco and Vergara are still the top two. Jorgensen does take the next spot over Johnson, though, I think. I think he's got just more overall potential over Johnson. So we'll swap those two guys around. Not too big of a change there. Here we got Hansis and Farkas. That's perfectly logical. Natman, obviously not. Paulini, Fall, and then you got Horvat. We want to add in Schumann, who's getting there. He's not quite there yet, but he definitely has potential if we can get him retrained. I don't think anything changes here. I think we're still fine with everybody that's there. Left side, it's not going to be Abe. It's going to be Perez and Horvat in that order. Right side, it is Zavatsky, not Cars, not Fall. Guillermo for now, and then Neto behind you. And I think I'm okay with that. And then finally, strikers. I mean, they're all so good. Zavatsky, no. They're all extremely good. I think it's still got to be Cars and Six as our top two, with Elliot and Ostrich just right behind them. This is a good problem to have, I suppose, to have this many ridiculously good players. I think we're good with this, though. All right, so nothing really changed. Just kind of more... Well, the only one that changed would be Jorgensen and Johnson, kind of flip-flopping a little bit. So that does mean that if we go to our tactics and grab our best squad, we'll just bring Jorgensen onto the bench over Johnson, and then we'll just resave that. Cool. Happy with that. We've got an extremely good team, guys. Extremely good team. And most of these guys are just going to continue to get better. The fact that Horvat is okay with being a squad player, I guess he's looking around at the squad and he's like, wow, I'm extremely good. But the rest of these guys are also extremely good. 28-year goalkeeper. I mean, it's not really going to solve Six's problem, I don't think, because the problem is the concern I have. World-class goalkeeper. Love to see that. A legendary attacking midfielder. Oh, that's a good one. I like that adjective. I mean, no wonder Horvat's okay with being a squad player. He's an elite attacking midfielder who's sitting behind a legendary attacking midfielder. Yeah. Wish we get Palini some more game time. Got a lot of elites in this list. That's a good problem to have. Most of them were, pretty much all of them were wonder kids at one point in time. So it's a nice thing. All right, so let's do some rotations here. Let's get cars out. We'll bring Elliott in. It's a good game to bring in Horvat for. Farkas can sit out for fall. Go ahead and swap out both Natman, or not Natman, Blanco and Vergara. And we'll bring in the kid. Only beat them by 5 goals this time. Zavatsky picking up the hat trick. 6 and Elliott also picking up goals. And the kid, 7.5. He's playing well. How many more days we got left on these? 15 days. A couple more weeks. Hopefully these guys are all happy and we can go back to playing whoever we want to play at that point. Our backup defensive midfielder who hasn't seen that much game time is also considered an elite defensive midfielder. That's good stuff. Fall's actually going to be homegrown at the club here in a few months. That's helpful. That's not so helpful. I don't know if we're going to get to our next Champions League game in this stream or not. Probably have to wait for next stream. Oh, he's actually got a solid green dot. Not the bright green yet, but very, very good to see that. He is ready to roll. I know he'd be good back there. Honestly, it didn't take that long. What, a couple months at most? For a guy who had 0 dots back there to suddenly having a green dot back there. Truman is struggling a bit, but we haven't really been playing him in games, so playing people in games is a big way to get them to get the training they need in those new spots very, very quickly. Since Eintracht Frankfurt is third, we'll probably just play our best squad in this one just to give us the better chance of making sure we secure it. Paolini's injured though. Let's bring Schumann onto the bench. Everybody else should be good. Abe already up to 3 solid stars. Very good to see. That was a close one. Glad I brought the A team on that one. Goodness. That was a lot closer than it should have been. Although, again, third ranked team in the league, I guess. 3 to 4 days. All right. When do we enter the next round of the Champions League competition? $227, so 5 more days. All right, we'll give the guys that wanted extra playtime one more a round of playtime in this next game, and then they should all be happy after that. He's a 4.5-star player. Oh, so good. Honestly, I don't even care who we get. We'll just skip it. Tottenham. Oh, we drew against them last time we played them. So that's actually not going to be an easy victory for us, unfortunately. Well, I'm glad we've been training up the kid because he's going to be getting some backup play. Perez is up to 29 years old. He's becoming an old man. Do I want to make a pivot between Neto and Guilherme? Let's see. Guilherme is got a lot of good physicals. Crossing's not great. First touch is pretty good. What about Neto? Not as strong physically. I think Guilherme is the better at the moment, but obviously Neto's only 20, so he's got a couple years of development to catch up with him. Yeah, I would have liked Renee. That would have been nice. Tottenham, I'm not exactly happy that we got, because I think that's actually going to be a bit of a tough out, but we'll see. Oh, that's right. We're going to play Horvat. And we'll play Fall if he's back. He is not. Hopefully he's okay with the fact that he will not get much game time. Let's bring Paolini in. Yeah, he can play Farkas. And then we'll bring in the twins, the J twins. All right, everything else looks okay. Doesn't still have 7.3. Pretty good. They didn't have any shots against him, really. They had one shot that was not on target. So at least he didn't make any mistakes or anything crazy. Not a big blowout win necessarily, but we'll take it. Hey, how's it going? Heiderzen? I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I appreciate you stopping by. It's the first leg at home. First leg is away from home. I actually prefer the first leg being away from home, because then we can kind of see how did we do? What do we got to do at home to make up for that? We'll at least be able to get these next two games in today's stream, and then we'll have a really good chance of obviously seeing whether or not we're still in the Champions League or not. And we're down to 44 million pounds. Castro, is that our Castro? That is our Castro. Only speak Portuguese. Well, I do not speak any Portuguese. I apologize. Horvat drops his concern. Johnson, Fall, Jorgensen. Nice. Abe wants a new contract. You know what? I mean, buddy, you just retrained a new position. You deserve a new contract, quite frankly. How long do we have left on yours? You know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and give it to you right now. I'm not even going to make you wait to the end of the year, because you just retrained a brand new position, and I'm very, very happy with the progress you've made. That's a big pay jump. Really big pay jump. Come on, work with me, buddy. All right, fine. It was worth a shot. You're probably still worth every single penny we're paying you now. I mean, we got a slight edge on getting a win here. Traps and Spores in the round of 16. Congrats to them. I forgot we're going to be facing off against Botson again. How much did we sell Botson for? Only 25.5 mil. All right, we're going to be playing our best squad in this one. Abe already up to 3.5 stars now after retraining that position. Pretty impressive. I mean, this is a really good squad. Our lowest is our 3.5 star Abe. Everybody else is 4 stars and above. Gotta love it. Oh, we won the away leg. That is so important. No, Natman's injured. Ouch. That is a pretty significant injury, too. Thankfully, we have several guys that can play on the right. So we're going to be fine, but that is not a good injury to have. Four-year deal. Well worth it, honestly. He has come along so nicely. Very happy with that, actually. I mean, is Abe going to turn into one of our best left backs we've ever had? We've had some good ones over the years. And he did not come in as a left wing back initially, and we retrained him, and then now he potentially has a chance to become one of our best. How much should we pay for him? 6.5 mil. Yeah. And then he spent 2 years off at France, played really well for them. And he's coming here. He's only on 6.94 at the moment. Honestly, that's not bad. I think by the end of the season, he'll be above a 7.0 here as well. Yeah, I'm happy with all this. Came in through Croatia? Really? I'll say he's Japanese. I'm surprised he came in through Croatia. That's unusual. Does he have like a dual nationality or something? No, he just happens to be Japanese. Place of birth, he was born in Japan and decided to play in Croatia. Huh. He speaks fluent Japanese, Croatian, German, good Bosnian, good Serbian, good Slovenian, good French, and good basic Macedonian. The guy is apparently very smart. We got 8 minutes left. Let's see if we can get through this game against Tottenham. Hopefully come out on top again. %51 chance. All right. Yeah, that's a pretty good chance. Watson has a lot of trophies because he was here for all of our trophies. That is impressive. All right, player A squad again today, other than Gustin coming in. Everybody else looks good. That's a pretty dominant win. Wow. All the goals basically coming in after the 71-minute mark, though. Still, very, very strong performance there. I'm happy to see that. Still not super happy. Like, 6, the buddy. I'm trying. Like, please, like, give me the benefit of the doubt here. But a team that we drew against in the league play, we absolutely dominate in the playoffs. That is a good way to do that. Like I said before, the league play doesn't really matter other than getting into the playoffs. Playoffs are where you want to be playing your best ball. Got time to get 2 more games in so we can see who we're playing next. Maybe. All right, guys, come on. Let's just pass these next couple of games pretty easily. Blanco and Vergara. We'll bring somebody in for Blanco. And let's bring Cousins. Oh, Kuznetsov can come into the actual starting lineup here. And you can go there, and you can go there. All right, let's go play this game. Six to nothing. Pair goes from Vergara, go from Abe, go from Perez, go from Cars, and a go from Zavatsky. Already qualified for the Europa League. 14 wins in a row. All right, so we get one more game in here, and then we'll get the draw for the Champions League, see where we fall there, and that should be the end of the stream. Oh, Kuznetsov, we need you. If you're injured, I can't play you, buddy. bring Ellie in for cars. Bring Garame in for Zavatsky. Marcus will sit for Paolini. Natman's still out for Gustin. Leosin. Okay, we don't have a goalkeeper, unfortunately, but that's going to have to be. And then Blanco and Vergara will bring Vergara out for Jorgensen. And then we'll just bring in, I guess, Johnson here. Schumann can go there. Just some guys, some bodies. And let's go finish this game and get to the draw. Oh, we actually lost the game finally. Guess we did a little too much rotation. No, it's all right. 20 shots, 8 on target. Okay, we got FM'd. That's what happened. Of course we get FM'd this right now. That's all right. It doesn't actually matter in the grand scheme of things. It's just annoying to get FM'd like that. All right, let's see if we can play in the next round. Attacking midfielder, new center back. No good goalkeepers, though. All right, we'll actually watch this draw here. Who do we actually want to play against? Don't actually know. They're all good teams. I was going to say probably Newcastle would be a good one. Lazio might be all right. We got Lazio here. Nope, Man City. RB Leipzig we can do. We know how to beat them. All right, Chelsea got them. And then we're playing Inter. We can beat Inter. I think we can do well against them. I'm just going to skip the next draw. I don't care about that one as much. So Inter Milan coming up here in pretty early in the next stream. Should be a good matchup though. We do play FC Bayern right before them. Hopefully we don't go into this game, you know, on a downslope. Still, we're almost to the end of the season. We'll definitely finish up the season in the next stream. And that'll be it for today. My next live stream for Football Manager will be next Monday, same time, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, because I do live in the beautiful state of Colorado. My next live stream will be tomorrow, which will be some Farming Simulator. And then, again, Saturday for some Civilization 6. And that is it for today. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Thank you, Renee, again, for all of your comments as well. And thanks for all the follows and anything else. We had 2 raids. I appreciate both of those. Thank you very much, guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow for some Farm Sim. Thank you. May God bless you and have a good day.